Hello, so it's Dave, and it feels like ages since I've done an update on here, so apologies, but life's been busy and lots of projects going on, which I'll kind of introduce you to a few bits and pieces. We've not been very well as well. We've had some weird virus thing, not COVID, which is good, we've all been doing the tests, but it's just knocked us all out for about 11 days each. We've just been run down and sore throat, and we've all been doing the COVID tests, coming back negative, which is great, but we've just been a bit wiped out. That kind of mood of where you just go, need to do some work on the car. Oh, just can't be bothered. So we've been a bit like that, but we're all fighting fit again now, and I thought I should do an update of where I'm at. So I think the last time I spoke with you guys, I was having trouble with the suspension, I think, yes. So that's all done. If I spin around, that's not a very good example. So I've put in new coilovers in here, ta-da, and they're bolted in the top. So that's all four corners have new coilovers. But whilst I was here, I've also replaced the discs and pads. So that's been fun and games. The discs and pads actually came from a donor RX-8. A long time ago, if you look back at one of my videos, I replaced a lot of the interior of the RX-8 that I've got, because it was a bit crap, and the donor car that I got that from had brand new tyres, brand new discs, brand new pads on it, so I took all those off, still got the tyres, and thought, well, great opportunity now I'm working under the car to do the discs and pads. So that's all great. It's been an almighty ball ache to do. I'm not a mechanic, so, you know, frozen bolts, frozen nuts, and not knowing quite what I need to undo to get things. It's just been, just took me ages. I mean, probably a proper mechanic, I reckon a day's work. For me, it was evening after evening of filthy, and I'm quite a clean person, and oh my God, if I show you the floor, there's muck on the floor. So I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, yeah, it's your workshop, but I just hate muck. So kind of at the point where I might put the wheels back on the car, lower it, wheel it out, just clean up, because I'm traipsing it in and out of the house as well. It's just a pain in the arse. So that's all done. I created some damage as well. Some of the ball joints, there's like a bolt going through, and made the mistake of tapping it with a hammer to try and get it out. Mistake. Should have used a mallet, because the hammer damaged the thread. So again, more delays. Had to take the parts to the local machine shop and get them. Just get it basically ground off the damage. Only tiny one thread missing. It doesn't make any difference, which has allowed me to put things back together. So that's all cool. While I'm here, actually, on this side of the car, there's a reason that this cowling is off from under here. That's the protection. And that's because I've done this, and I just love this. This is so cool. Undo this. Ooh, charging socket. I don't know why I find that so cool, but I really like that. So that is in and wired back to a boot, which is pretty much finished. Let me get some light on over here. Right, so boot. Here's the cable, just coming, we've just seen, going into the power distribution module, which is from the RX-8. That I've put on feet to raise it up, so it's got a cavity underneath here, big cavity for all the wires and stuff, not to get in the way. Managed to get the batteries pushed back, which is great. Low voltage battery now at the back as well. BMS bolted in, not going anywhere, and plugged into these batteries from the back. We've got the relays in. We've got my little timer which does the pre-charge circuit. I've also got two relays here. This red cable is the ignition cable, so that can't really take much current. Don't know why, but if you try and draw too much, it just can't, does it? Just the voltage drops on it. So I've got two relays here, so that when the ignition turns on, these relays trip, and one is then connected to the battery here, and the other one is earth. So I'm switching earth and high voltage, not high voltage, the 12 volts from the battery on when the ignition is on, and they then power all these things here. Now, the reason that I've got the earth switching as well is that actually in the wiring for the relays on the Leaf, they switch on negative. It's a bit strange, but they do. So I thought, you know what, all the testing I did, I had them switching on positive, but you know what, I best do it properly. They're switching on negative now, hence why I need the negative to only be there when the ignition is on. So lots of wiring and stuff done. The BMS wiring is here to the BMS wiring. BMS wiring is there. That then goes through the car to the front to my Arduino. That then I can see the BMS information alongside everything else that I'm doing. So that's really cool. That's the back here is nearly done. This is the BMS for the front batteries. And if I come under the car, see that connector there, and there's a cable running there. That's the BMS for the front. Obviously I need to attach it to the car and then just simply plug it in. But if you see one of my previous episodes, then you will see the BMS wiring one where I redid that. What else have I done? All the high voltage wiring is done under the car, so that's all done in place. And I'm test fitting my front box. So here's the front box for the front batteries, and that's going well. If I open this up, we have batteries. So that's good. Test fitting's going well there. So what I need to do with this, put the lid on there. There's still stuff to do here. We need the plates to go either side, the compression plates, so there'll be holes drilled to compress that together. I bought some padding, just like 5mm padding, just to allow the batteries to then settle in here, because they rattle about a little bit. There's a little bit of room just to nicely pack them all in. So that's good. That's test fitted well, because that's going to fit over here in the front section. That's all cut out now, ready to receive the box in here. Here's the BMS wiring loom that will sit on top, so the batteries will sit as you just saw there, connected up. So good progress. This is the BMS wire from the back that's connected up. What else have I done? Gosh, feels like that's almost not very much, but it is a lot. Oh, I know what I can show you. If I come in the car, I've also finished the interior section here. So this is the original forward and backwards switch from the first EV I did, but I've also now got here this display. So I've 3D printed this and put an LED display in. That's connected. Let me just show you that actually. If I come around the other side of the car, lots of stuff everywhere. So if I come here and turn the ignition on, at the moment I just display nothing, 888, but it is wired to my Arduino. My Arduino is displaying that, and it's only a matter now of coding so that displays the I'm gonna have it, I think, displaying the capacity remaining in the batteries, so you'll get like a percentage remaining. So that's cool. That's all wired in and working as well. So lots of little wins. What's left? Well, I've got to get that BMS wiring done. The suspension isn't tightened at the rear, at the bottom, so I need to lower the car. Apparently online says just let it settle and then tighten it up. So I've got to do that. Finish the battery holder at the front, which is just not a great deal left to do there. I should be able to start doing some test runs, but I keep saying that, oh, I'm very close, and then all of a sudden I'm still working on it, because as matter as you do one job, another one arrives. I think that's it for now. So look, very quick fire updates as you know I do. If you've got any questions about what I've done, or you want me to focus on any one area, then let me know. Ping me a message, and I'll try and go into more detail. But as you know from my videos, I don't try and get too bogged down in details too much, because you know these things can drag on for hours. But if you do want to know anything specific, let me know. Oh, and a teaser actually. I'll give you a teaser. The other project I'm working on, which I'm not sure I can say a great deal about, but that. So, at the moment I can't say a great deal because kind of NDAs and stuff, but essentially I've been asked to work on that, looking at CAN bus on it and decoding it and just doing work. But as that progresses and I get a bit more comfortable with the relationship and what I can and can't say on here, then I'll update you on that project as well. But that's been taking up a little bit of time, doing some really clever electronics to do some clever stuff. So that's cool. But anyway, look, again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.